Hello, Mrs. Talkington here. This week I'm going to show you how to make a house from the story Little Red Riding Hood. This is a special house because you can pack it away and play with it anywhere you like. I remember my mum making me a house for my dolls when I was your age. She put furniture inside and cut pictures from magazines for the walls. I loved playing with it and I hope you enjoy playing with it with your toys. Let's make a start. What do we need? We're going to need a shoebox. We're going to need some glue, some scissors, our trusty black pen, a ruler, some white paper, and if you've got some coloured paper that would be great. Maybe some old wrapping paper would do as well. Anything you've got that you can cut up for the walls. So let's make a start with our shoebox. Now the shoebox is a rectangle shape and we're going to cut it down the middle. We're going to cut down here, we're going to cut along here, and then we're going to stop there because then we're going to leave this back wall. So you need to find halfway. So you're going to use your ruler to measure along. Now you can see I've already worked out where halfway is, and draw a line. And then follow that line all the way around the box and then stop. So I'm going to cut that line. So I'm going to turn it upside down so I can get my scissors in the box. Let's see if my scissors are strong enough to cut through. This is going to make our 2 rooms in the house. Be careful going around this bend. Make sure it's straight. A bit for longer. Give it a squeeze, and there we go. Now our box is going to fold in 2 to make our 2 rooms. This is going to be a little house with 2 rooms in, but when you finish playing you can fold it back up, you can put the lid on and you can take it with you. So let's open it back up again. Okay, so we've got our 2 rooms now. Now I think whilst I'm making this, I think to help me, I'm going to put a little bit of sellotape over the top just so it stays still while I'm making it, but I'll take it off at the end. That's going to keep pinging open. Might be a good idea if you did that too. So there we go. We've got our 2 rooms in our house. Okay. Now, I've already cut my pieces of paper up to save time. I've chosen some blue for the floor in this one. And I've chosen some stripy blue for this one, so I'm just going to glue them straight into the bottom with my Pritt stick. Now I wonder if that's just a little bit too big and I need to cut a bit off. We'll see. Maybe a way to tuck it in. I might trim a little bit off before we start. I'm going to cut a tiny bit off because I think that's a tiny bit too long now. And it's going to get trapped. So all I did was draw around the box to get that shape. So I'm going to put the glue in the bottom, right up to the edges, because I don't want it to move, right to the front. We don't want this coming out, and I might just run my glue along the edge here and here. Let's see if we can squeeze that in. Oh, because it's so sticky, it's sort of sticking down. There we go. Squeeze it right down into the corners. And then we need the same the other side. So we're going to have some blue carpet in the lounge. So I'm making a bedroom and I'm going to make a lounge. Okay, you can see already. So again, I'm going to cut a little tiny bit off that because I think that's a little bit too wide. Even though I've measured it, it's not quite perfect. Put my glue around the outside of my paper, I think this time. My glue didn't quite go into the edges of the box. All over. There we go. Bring that back. Push it right in right in. There we go. So I've already got the floors of my 2 rooms okay. Right, we're ready to do the walls. So I'm going to put some wallpaper on the back here. I've chosen, again I've measured it, I've chosen a leafy wallpaper for my bedroom, and I've chosen some bright squares for my lounge. So I'm going to stick this one in first. Again, lots and lots of glue. And this in the middle. There we go. Stick that on the back wall. Now you have to make sure that it's not sticking up the top, because the lid of the box still needs to go on. So make sure it's just below it so it doesn't get in the way. I'll turn that upside, give it a little squeeze so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. There's one. And let's glue this one in. Lots of glue on this one again. Oh dear, slipping about this time. There we go. Take that back upside down. Get that in there. You might need to wiggle it around a bit. Now you might have lots more paper to do the other walls, the same. I didn't have much more paper. I had enough to do 2 more walls, so I'm going to do 2 more walls on this one. So I'm going to do this wall here, and I'm going to do this wall here, and I'm going to leave the ones in the middle plain. Okay, so a bit more glue again here. You can just draw around the rectangle around the side of your box to measure it, and if it's too big, you just trim a little bit off. So I can see already mine's a bit too long. That's alright, when that's dry I'll take that off in a minute. Let's stick this one on. Squeeze it out into the corners. That's it. There we go. Give it a good squeeze, we don't want those bits sticking off. Right, now I said that one's hanging off, so I'm just going to give that a little trim. There we go. I've got my 2 rooms. Brilliant. Now, we need some furniture. Now this is going to be Grandma's bedroom, so we need a bed. Now I've got a bed because last week I made a bed for Baby Bear. Do you remember? We used a little box, or we used some cereal boxes to make the ends. Now, to stop it, it's not Baby Bear's bed this time, is it? This bed is for Grandma, so I've got a little pink cushion to cover it up. So you could use the same one you had before, or you could make a new one. So I'm going to put that in the bedroom already. She's ready to go. So if you look at the video from last week, you'll see how to make that bed. There we are, that's ready to go. Now let's see what's next. Let's pop something under here to make it stand up so you can see inside while I'm making it. There we go. I need to tip it back on itself. Right, now instead of making all of the furniture, what I've done is I've made lots and lots of pictures. So let me show you them. Let me move the house out of the way. I've made a wardrobe. I've made some drawers and a mirror. I've made a lamp. I've made a window. And I cut out a rug. So all I need to do is pop some glue on the back of those and stick them on the walls of my house. So let's start with, what should we start with? We don't need to put any glue on that because that's going to go on the floor already. So put that on the floor in there. Should we start with the window? Let's put some glue. Now all this is a picture from a magazine of the outside. There's some clouds and some trees, and I probably think that outside Little Red Riding Hood's grandma's house is a wood, so I chose a picture and I just stuck it onto a piece of white paper and drew some black lines around it for a frame. There we go. Let's stick that. Oh, my bed's falling over. Let's stick that on that wall, because that's where the window would be. Okay, can you see that? Yeah. Oh, my bed's falling over. Maybe we'll take the bed out while we do this. It's going to keep falling over. We'll take the rug out. There we go. Now we need our wardrobe. Let's move those little pictures that I've made. The table's a bit sticky today, so I'm going to glue the wardrobe. Stick that onto the wall. Now you might have some dolls furniture at home, or you might have some Lego. You could build all these things instead of drawing pictures for them. If you haven't got those things, most people have got some white paper and you can draw them and stick them just like that. There you go, there's your wardrobe. So Grandma keeps all of her clothes. Okay. What else shall we have? Let's have a little set of drawers where Grandma keeps all her things next to her bed. So again, a bit of glue on there. Let's put that on the little wall there. The bottom. Give it a little squeeze down. Yep. Now, what could be on top of that? Let's put a little lamp. So I've just drawn a little lamp there. A little bit of glue on there. Be careful because that might tear if I rub it too hard. There we go. Stick that so Grandma can turn the light off when she's lying in her bed. There we go. Right, now I was wondering where could I put my mirror, and I thought I think I could make some drawers for the other side. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a set of drawers. So let's move this house out of the way. Now I've found an old matchstick box. Now I was allowed to have this because I'm a grown-up, but you'll have to ask if you can have it. So the matches have gone now, so it's nice and safe. It's just made of cardboard. And I've got a big one. Now sometimes they come really small, and if you had two of those it'd be even easier to make this. I've got one long big one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half to make some drawers. Okay, I'm going to take it apart, and you can see already I've drawn a little line down the middle where halfway is. So I'm going to use my scissors to cut it in half. There we go. So I've got two drawers. Then all I need to do is cut my box in half, and I've already drawn a line so I know where halfway is. And cut all the way across. Knock my glue over now. Now I'm going to put my drawers in. Put that one down first. Put one drawer in there. Bit fiddly. And one in there. And I'm going to glue them both together. And I've made a set of drawers. Let's pop some glue on this one. Lots and lots of glue this week. Glue that in the middle. Make sure your drawers are the same way up. Glue them together. Give them a little squeeze. And then, because we don't want this picture on the outside, I've got some blue paper, which I've already measured, to wrap around it to make them into a blue set of drawers. So we're going to put glue all the way around this box. Let's start on the top, go around the sides and the bottom and these sides. Let's see if I've measured this properly. There we go. Start on the top, wrap it all the way around to the bottom, and this one, keeping them both together. Let's fold that one over. That's a bit too long. Let's cut that off. And I'm going to need to put some glue on that bit for it to stay down. have our set of drawers. I've got to pull that round a bit more. That's not quite tight enough. And that's too long. So I'll cut that off. There we go. Oh, look at that great big bit of glue on there. Let's just pull that off. I'll see if I've got a glue stick to pull that off with. There we go. Now, how are we going to open these drawers? Now, you could just put a little bit of paper over the top, or if, like me, you've got some of these little pins, you could use those to put into the middle there. So let's see if I can make a hole. I probably should have made the hole before. And push it through really hard. Oh, my finger's the other side. Oh. And then let me show you how to make one out of paper if you haven't got any of those special pins. You just need a tiny piece of paper. We're going to glue it inside your drawer. So the tag hangs out and you can pull it open. Pop your drawer back in. There we go. There you see. You don't need those special pins like me. Alright. Move those out of the way. Okay. Now should we put those back into our little house? Let's get our house back. Oh, upside down. So they can go next to the bed, and then the mirror can go on top. So we just need to glue the mirror onto the wall where the drawers will be. There we go. Let's pop that bed back in so you can see it finished. There's the bed. Let's put the pillow. And there's the rug. So there's Grandma's bedroom finished. Right, now while I make the lounge next door, I'm going to take this bit of furniture out so it doesn't keep wobbling around everywhere. So let's just take that rug out. And let's take out the bed and the set of drawers, and they can dry while we're waiting. And we can move over to the lounge. Now, last week, when it was the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I showed you how to make a little chair. So if you made one last week, you've still got your chair from last week, so it goes straight into the lounge. Or you can make a new one. I've kept my one from last week because it's got those little birds on, and I thought it matched really nicely with the wallpaper that I've chosen. So I'm going to start with my chair at the back there, and then I'm going to decorate the walls. Now, it's a little bit different in a lounge. So what do I need? What shall I have? I think it'd be quite nice to have some books. So I'm going to stick some books on the wall. And then what else shall I have? I might want to know what time it is. So I could stick a clock there. And I've got a door. I'm going to stick it on that wall so I could go through to the room next door. So I can stick that on there. What else have I got? Oh, I made a little television. So I can stick that here. And then what else? Oh, it might get a little bit cold. So I have made Grandma a little fire. That's just some squares. And then I opened, like last week, when I got a bit of magazine, I found some fire. So I'm going to stick that bit of fire onto there so it looks real. So let's do that now, shall we? I'll put the glue onto the fire. So it's just a picture from a magazine that I chopped up and then drew my fireplace. There we go. Let's stick that on the wall on the left hand side. Lots of glue on the back there. Let's stick that there on that wall there. Can you see that? Let's glue down the bookshelf. And my television. Let's glue the door up into those corners. And again, that's just a rectangle with a little handle on it. And stick it on this side here. So when I'm tired I can go to bed. I can just open the door and go to bed. Let's glue my clock. I had a look at a picture of a big grandfather clock and copied it with a big pendulum swinging. There we go. And what else do we need? What else have I got for my lounge? Oh, now look at this. I made a little picture frame, and to match the birds on the chair I found a tiny picture of the same bird. I'm going to cut it out and stick it on the wall. Oh, my glue's gone down. Put that in the middle. You could put something else on there, anything you think Grandma might like. I should put that. Should put that on that wall by her chair. Let's put it there. So when she sits down, she can see it. And have we got anything else? Oh, two more. Now I found the picture of some clouds, and I'm going to put my window onto one side. Again, bits of glue on the back. And put my window over here so I can see out. You might want to make some curtains if you've got some fabric. Like last week we used fabric, didn't we, for the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Now let's put that bed back in, and let's put the drawers back in underneath the mirror, and let's put the rug on the floor, and there you have your house for Grandma. Now you might not want to use your house just for Grandma. You might think, oh, I might want to use it for some toys I've got at home. You might want to use it for your Lego people. You might have some Paw Patrol characters. I'm sure you've got brilliant imaginations. I've seen some amazing things that you've been making at home and thinking of your own ideas. So I look forward to seeing what yours turn out to be. There we go, and see you all soon.